Hi guys, this is Patricia from Yardy Cat Crochet, and this is an FO video. Woo! I finished the corner to corner blanket, which opens up a spot for the cherry blossom blanket that I have been showing no love to. But I think that I'm going to put all my time into that because I know it's a little boring, and I might pop up a video here and there about something else, but showing my progress helps me get through the ones I really need to finish. You know, I've started these things, spent a lot of money on the yarn. If you count that I paid $9.99 for these 4 skeins, because I didn't get mine at Walmart, but you can for $7.48, but I opted to get them on Amazon quicker. And so that's about $40 already into this blanket. And the other one, I couldn't tell you. I bought a ton of yarn. Some of it I bought on sale, and some of it I didn't. So I've got like 10 skeins of those things, I think. But it's to make a blanket for my bed. Now, these 4 skeins that I used for the corner to corner blanket was for the back of the couch, and it stands as tall as me up to my nose, and I'm 5 foot, so it's this much under 5 foot. Excuse my arm. And it's as wide as my wingspan, as Sam would say, from my fingertips to my fingertips, you know. But it is so beautiful, and I think I've got all the ends weaving in, so if you see one, it wasn't because I didn't want to. This is it folded in 4s. I'll put a picture on here. I took of it laying over a table, and it covers the top of the table and down to the floor. I don't know how many inches that is, but like I said, I'm 5 foot, so maybe 5 inches under, so maybe 4'5" tall. And it's 54, I counted them, 54 squares wide, and this is a square, so it's also 54 long. So it probably, if I stood it on a side, it's a square. So any side I stood it on, it would come up to my nose and be as wide as my arms. That's a pretty big square, and it's perfect for the back of a couch. It'll go in the middle pretty much of the couch. I think the couch is probably 6 foot long, you know, so it'll go in the middle and have a little bit of the couch showing on either side, but it is gorgeous. I really love, I don't know how much of this you can see because I'm peeking out of a hole, but I really love how this turned out. It is so gorgeous. And I used all of the 40 ounces, say for this little joy bomb right here, or apple, whatever you want to call it. Well, I'm going to call it a joy bomb. Oops, sorry, my hair again. My hair is getting so thin and wispy as I get older. I don't know what I'm going to do. But anyway, so I made it a pull string so I can make something out of it. I was thinking about making a coffee cozy. It's not going to make much, just this little ball, but I thought it was really cute, and it's got a lot of cute colors in it. So anyway, so I used all of it except for this. See, I started because I heard that when you I don't know what fell on the floor, but I heard that when you are decreasing, it uses more yarn. So I started to decrease before I was finished with my second skein, which was probably a good idea because I don't know if that would have made much more of a difference. It is pretty solid, but it wouldn't have made too much of a difference, so I'm glad I did that. So on I used 4 skeins. I did 54 granny squares by 54 granny squares, and I started to decrease before, or you could just stop at 54. You don't have to know to stop at the end of the second one where I still had some yarn, and I started to decrease. And maybe I could have just used the 2 and then decreased with the 2, but then maybe I would have been short yarn. So better to be because the middle's pretty long. If I used that one, it might not have made it all the way. And so I might have needed about this much yarn when I got finished. So I'm glad I started at the end of the second. So they were 4 10-ounce skeins, and a normal skein to me is 3.5 ounces, but if you split 10 into 3, it's 3.33. So it would be 3, 6, 9, 12 skeins of yarn, slightly under 12 skeins. So you might want to get 13 skeins if you're going to do it from 3.5 ounce skeins. But this was 4 10-ounce skeins, if you can wrap your head around the math. So yeah, it's finished and it's gorgeous and it folds exactly even. It's not one of those blankets that are wonky when you fold it because you didn't actually get it squared off, and I love that so much. I don't want to say that I'm OCD because I don't want to take anybody's, and claim I have somebody else's disease. I don't think I'm exactly OCD, but I have OCD tendencies. Because you know that I'm not exactly that way, because my house is not spick and span. It isn't. And I don't wish that I had that, but I wish that I was more, organized and had the energy to keep everything clean. I've got enough issues with my rheumatoid arthritis to not want anything else. But anyway, it folds really well, and just really love it so much. Here's the other side. I just love all the colors. Like I said, it has yellow for my friend who likes yellow, pink for my friend who likes pink, purple for my mom and everybody else who likes purple, orange for me. There is a lot of orange in this blanket, and you can't really tell how fiery orange that is. It's like, if you can think of a brighter fiery orange, that's what that is. I mean, they're mostly true to color, but I don't think the orange shows up as beautiful as what it is in this blanket. This is the Redheart Super Saver Bitty Stripes in the colorway of Pink Lemonade if you want to recreate the blanket. And like I said, it's 54 granny squares. Granny square is one of the squares. 54 granny squares wide, 54 long. It's a square. And I found out that you can do rectangles. I'm going to have to watch the video like 5 times to wrap my head around it. But if you thought about the Boggy Creek, if you've ever seen any of the girls that do the Boggy Creek blankets for the special needs children who go to camp, making a C2C rectangle would be kind of fun if you were going to make those blankets. But anyway, this is in the Pink Lemonade. It's a medium 4-weight. It takes a 5.5 millimeter hook, which is what I used, and a 5 millimeter, or wait a minute, my eyes are bad. Yeah, 5 millimeter knitting needles. You can machine wash it, and also tumble dry low. And it took 4 balls, as they call it, 4 10-ounce skeins of, and it's, like I said, it's up to my nose and my wingspan wide, so it's perfect for if you're on the couch watching TV, having popcorn, watching Netflix, whatever. It's perfect for that. It would probably be perfect for a children's room. If you wanted to give it as a gift for a child, it'd be plenty big enough for a child. It would go on a twin bed, but I'm not saying it would go all the way up to the pillow height. So maybe a top blanket with a regular under blanket, so that, the blanket covers the bed, and then you put this on as the decoration. And that's all I can say. Love, love, love Yarnspirations. Love Redheart. I'm not sponsored, but leave sponsorship here, Yarnspirations. I will gladly be sponsored by you. But anyway, they'll probably never ever see this. But anyway, you cannot go wrong with Redheart. I'm telling you. Just pick your yarn by your projects. If you want to do something wearable, get the Redheart Soft. If especially if it's going to go on a baby, and it's all Okio-Tex tested, so you don't have to worry about that. If you can use the more value kind for bags, and this Redheart Super Saver Baby Stripes is perfect for a blanket. It's perfect soft enough for a blanket, and after I wash it with fabric softener, it's going to be uber soft. And also one thing I wanted to mention, you can't tell by looking, but it has a tiny bit of a halo. Not enough to make me not love it. A little bit is not too bad. I don't like things really fuzzy. Tickles my nose. I don't like it. I also don't like working with really fuzzy yarn. But this is perfect fuzzy enough. And it is very warm and very beautiful, and I just can't say enough about it, so I'll leave it at here. Hope you all are being little joy bombs in your corner of the world, sharing your craft, sharing your passion, sharing your joy. If you bake some extra cookies for a neighbor or a shut-in. If you knit a scarf for the shelters, or a hat, crochet a hat for the shelters. I'm making soap sacks for my local food bank, and I got all the cotton I need. Thank you, everybody, for supporting me and doing that. Now I just have to get support for crocheting those sacks, and I'm already working on the next batch to catch up with last week since I was out. You'll watch the family video about that. But so anyway, if you can't do anything else today. Oh, and please share your craft with the next generation. Trust me, we don't need to lose this craft. The world needs this craft. So pass it on to the children. They have no knowledge. They need your knowledge. And if you can't do anything else while you're out about doing your errands or shopping or getting that coffee, make sure to put your best smile on, because you never know what a person's going through that day, and your smile may be just what they need to turn their day around. And as I was leaving the Veterans Memorial Cemetery to go pay my respects to my grandpa and my cousin and my grandma, who are all buried there, as I was leaving out, I'm not going to cry. I will not. As I was leaving out, there was this lady and her elderly mother, and they were walking in, and they were going to their family's stones, and I looked at the elderly lady, and I smiled real big, and she smiled real big back, and we both waved at each other. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about. Just giving somebody a little bit of your sunshine, and you never know, that person could think that the world's just closing in on them, and they may be thinking about their last day, and coming across you with your smile maybe just what they need to change their mind. So remember, it costs nothing. It's free. It makes you look prettier. So, and it'll make your heart feel better too. So I hope you all are doing that, being little joy bombs in your corner of the world, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.